Hi, this is Dave Loper, and I'm going to take you through setting up an experiment in Cloudlab. Once you've logged into Cloudlab and you've got all the approval that you need, you can go ahead and set up an experiment. If you wanted to create like an experiment profile, because you wanted to keep like doing an experiment over and over, this is especially useful for instructors, you can go ahead and set up an experiment profile. But let's go ahead and start an experiment. And this will take us to this kind of wizard that will let us set up an experiment. So the first thing you need to do is to get a profile. So a profile is going to kind of give you some details about like how the experiment is going to be set up. So let's, for example, come here to our experiments here, and there's a lot of built-in default profiles that do some really cool things, like you can set up a multi-site LAN, you can do an NFS simple experiment between two nodes and an NFS server. You can do like a simple router that acts as a gateway between two different machines. It's really useful for teaching classes that have to do with routing and things like that. So as you can see, there's a lot of different things in here. Another thing you could do is like multi-site. They have like firewalled nodes, experiments that you can do with like SSH keys, for example, getting SSH keys from one machine to the other. So lots of different things to choose from, and you can make your own. That's what's the beauty of this. Here's one that is experimental with experimenting with Open vSwitch. I'm going to pull the NFS example here. So this is 3 different nodes. I'm going to hit select profile, and then I'm going to hit next, and here's the number of NFS clients, and you can choose whether you want it Ubuntu or CentOS. I'm going to choose CentOS. I really don't need that big of storage, so I'm going to say 10 gig of storage. Now it's checking to see if that is good. There is going to be my setup. I'm going to call this NFS test 1, and I'm going to choose the Utah cluster site. All right, let me hit next, and here's where you're going to schedule it out. So I'm going to schedule this for tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to schedule it for tonight, and I'm going to do it at let's start it at 7, and we're just going to run it for 2 hours. All right, let me hit finish there, and here we have our test all set up. Now you can terminate an experiment anytime, and if you finish up your experiment before your time is expired, go ahead and terminate it so that you can get those resources back. And remember that there is 2 different kinds of storage. Like this experiment has temporary storage, and it says that here in the example, so nothing's going to persist. If you wanted to create one where it would use the storage that the customer has, then the client has, then you would just like take this as a template and then create something that was similar that would allow them to access their own storage as well. And we hope this has been useful. Once you got that there, you can go ahead and go back to my experiments, and you should see your new experiment all queued up and ready to go. Thank you very much.